Hi babes. Okay, so before I start the video, I just want to say Mike Flanagan's writing, Mike Flanagan's directing is so freaking beautiful. It is so gorgeous. My favorite part about his writing is how I love how you see like a scene and you think like, oh, this is important because of this, or it's not really relevant, just nice to have in the scene. And then like 3, 4, 5 episodes later, or at the end of the series, you're like, are you serious right now? And it's amazing. His wife is gorgeous. His wife is the most stunning person I've ever seen. She's so beautiful. Her and Angelina Jolie look like they could be twin sisters or sisters. They're both beautiful in their own way, but his wife is just stunning. His writing is stunning. The cast, the acting, the settings, everything is just so wonderful. I love him. I love his writing. I love his shows. He's amazing. I think he's everything Ryan Murphy wants to be. And I think Ryan Murphy falls short so many times, or it's so predictable. His writing has fallen off. I didn't even watch this season of American Horror Story, and I didn't watch like the last one or two. It's terrible. It's just terrible writing, terrible directing, terrible casting, nepotism at its finest. Just terrible. Mike Flanagan, though, he can't fail. He's amazing. He's amazing. And I'm here for it. And let's talk about the new show that he just had out, that he has out on Netflix right now. Mwah. Okay, babes, let's get started. Hi, babes. Okay, so first thing first, I want to talk about them. I immediately knew those kids were his. I immediately knew that. This was one of the only things that I was able to put together within like 10 seconds of seeing. She was so funny about like, don't go over there and blah, blah, blah. I was like, those are his kids. And the mom was so cute. I totally felt bad for her. I was so sad for the mom. I was like, oh, she made me so sad. It was scary as shit when she came out the grave. Not gonna lie. That legitimately scared me. Okay, but here's the lineup of the episodes. I wanted to go ahead and put this in here just as a reminder to you guys and a reminder to myself. Let's get started with the very first episode. Okay, so I thought it was so good. This like night and day, good versus evil almost. I thought it was so good. I love the storytelling. I love the storytelling. Some of my friends who watched it thought it was a little boring. I loved the storytelling. Okay, so let me just say, bye Romeo. Let me just say, I was happy that he died. I was happy that this kid died. He's the same age as me. He's 25. He's such a fuck. I was so happy that he died. The way he died was insane. An orgy party where they all get like boned to death or like disintegrated by some sort of acid chemical. I thought that was wild. And he was recording it, so I was like super glad that he was dying. I felt bad for the other kids. I really did. I felt super bad. I thought it was very interesting to have her go around in the mask. I thought that was so interesting. I don't know, what are we calling her? Like the death deal maker? Anyway, next story. So I love this actress. I'm in love with her. She's actually married to Mike Flanagan. I love this actress. She's incredible. Her character was so freaking interesting. She was so interesting. She was on the case. She was gonna figure this out. I love how she's so well put together. Okay, let's talk about his brother's wife. I was glad that she didn't die, but all of her skin was melted off. She's terrible. She cheated. She's terrible. She was trying to anyway. She's terrible. Let's go to the next episode with the queen, the creme de la creme. I can't believe she got like beat the fuck up by a monkey, like an ape. Like what? I was like, what? What are you talking about? I was like, no, why would they kill her next? I was so sad to see her go. I was really sad. Okay, on to the next one. Alrighty. This was so wild. I cannot believe he stabbed that cat. I don't even like fuck with cats like that, but when he stabbed the cat, I was like, are you serious? And then he went and got that other cat, and that cat had him pressed. That cat had him so pressed. I was like, that's wild. This cat is like literally driving this man crazy. It's killing things, but those things aren't there. The actor did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal. I always was so involved with the character. I love the overall character. I love how he decided to portray him. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I think we're just gonna call her the deal maker because I'm not sure what else to call this woman, but this is the deal maker. I I just loved when he fell off the balcony. I was like, whoa, whoa, that's wild. All right, let's go to the next one. This is another character I was happy to see die. So, I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but it needs to be said. I was happy that she went. I didn't like her character as soon as she came on the screen, which is weird because I loved her in Bly Manor, but I did not like this character. I just didn't like this character. She's too pushy. She's way too pushy. She comes off as like a decent person, but I knew she was like shit. Like, why are you doing this to monkeys? Like, I don't know. She was immediately shit. She was immediately shit. I was happy to see her go, and in the way that she went. Okay, so this one was like, oh, wow. I was very happy to see her die as well. I was very happy to see her die. She was annoying. She was so fucking rude. She thought she was like all that because she was one of the kids with the first wife. Like I don't know, I didn't like her. She was annoying. Her weird little sex fantasy things were strange too. I can't believe she hit her, but I was very excited. When I saw her standing on the bed like this, I was like, oh, she's about to die. She's about to die. I thought she was maybe going to swing too hard and like hit the mirror and then fall off and break her neck, but no, she got stabbed to death. So I was very happy to see this. Most of the kids sucked. Oh, I was so sad to see him die. I was so sad to see him die. I was happy watching him torture his cheating wife. This character, I was happy to see her die too. Mind your fucking business and let your dad do what he's doing. This character was absolutely so fucking annoying. She was like top tier in the business, never giving anybody some privacy, talk too damn much, like annoying. It's so crazy that Roderick liked her so much. Like, she was so annoying and investigating. Like, she's so annoying. And like every 5 minutes she was complaining about her mom, but she was never really worried about her dad. So fucking annoying. Anyway, speaking of her dad, his death was truly sad to me. Just want to touch back on the whole situation. His cheating whore wife went to a sex orgy party that his little brother was throwing, and I'm sure she knew his little brother was like one of the worst idiotic fucking people. I wish she had died. I wish she had died. Okay. So let's go to the Raven. This was one of my favorite episodes out of the show. Because you mean to tell me these motherfuckers killed that guy, put him behind a brick fucking wall, then we're like, yeah, let's go grab a drink, let's make it look like we were out all night, yeah, let's look social, blah, blah, blah. Then they made a deal with Vona, as I now know her name, but I still like calling her the deal maker. So then they made a deal, and Madeline, I thought Madeline was like, you know, stone cold, didn't give a fuck. She was the one that was like, well, I don't have any kids, so I mean, well, Roderick, it's on you, really. He was like, nah, fuck them kids. Like, he's the definition of fuck them kids. When I die, put my money in the grave. Like, he's wild. He's so fucking wild for that. And then to have the gall to act all upset about the kids dying and shit. Like, I couldn't. I really couldn't. That shit was so funny. Like, literally one of my favorite episodes out of the season. Out of the season, because what do you mean you guys buried that? I mean, put that guy behind the wall and just buried his ass back there, and then you're just at this bar just kicking it. He's cheating on his wife. Like, all right, you could have just invited his wife to the event. That would have done just as well, but whatever. No, that was honestly so freaking funny to me. I don't know why it was so funny. It was so funny because, like I said, I thought Madeline was so cold, but she was like, no, it's his kids, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't really seem to give a fuck about those kids or his wife. So the fact that she was like, no, he's the one with kids, like, she's done all this crazy shit thus far. She's like, Roger, we got to do this. We got to do this. Maybe she wasn't taking it that seriously because it is like kind of like, you know, mystical and like whimsical and like very mysterious, so maybe they won't take it that seriously. They had been drinking, but it was so wild to me. And then he was like, oh, so they'll have a phenomenal life until I'm ready to die, even though I'm gonna live a full life, and then all of them are gonna start dying. Well, that's cool because I did my shit. That's cool. And then this is the other thing that got me about the show. So when he was talking to Vona and she was like, yeah, all your kids will have so much money, blah, 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 but they're gonna die when you die, but you live a long life, but they will all enjoy, like, you know, the fruits of your labor, blah, blah, blah. Didn't some of those kids, if I'm not mistaken, I think like Napoleon and Perry, I think they came into the game super late. So I think Napoleon met his dad when he was like 18 or some shit. So how did he get to live a nice rich life? He didn't even know about his, like, some of the kids didn't even get the wealth or get to know about their wealth and who their dad was until they were adults. So that means they grew up poor or middle class. They didn't get to grow up with like all the riches like all the other kids. So I felt like that was kind of like breaking the deal a little bit, because the kids, all of his kids, anybody who was Madeline and Roderick's kids, nobody was supposed to grow up poor. Everybody was supposed to grow up super dumbass rich. So I mean, it was just like a little strange that like all the kids were supposed to know like all this wealth, but maybe I need to rewatch it. Also, I thought it was funny when Vona started coming around and they thought that it could have been Roderick's daughter because Roderick was like fucking everybody. And Madeline was like, what'd you do with her? You do something with her at the bar, blah, blah. And he was like, I didn't do any more with her than what you did. So both of you guys made out with her. So both of you guys were fucking around with her. Like, please. Please. That, I don't know. That whole episode, that whole bar scene was just like the funniest thing to me. It was legitimately like the funniest thing in the world. I don't know why that episode was so funny, but then it was so interesting. That's why he was pushing Victorine. I'm not gonna say her name right. The Telltale Heart. That's the Telltale Heart girl. That's why he was pushing her so hard, because it's like, if you figure out how to preserve my heart and preserve my life, all of you can keep living. I think he was mostly worried about himself. Also, I loved at the end of the series when he was like weak as fuck and he was like, I knew my medicine was killing people. Ha ha ha. Like he was so funny. Ripped out his sister's eyes, put the Egyptian eyes on, put the old goddess's eyes on her, didn't even know if the bitch was dead. I was weak as fuck. Like, not gonna lie, Roderick is so funny. I really felt bad for him because he keeps seeing all of his dead kids the whole time. Like, that is not really pressing him because he knew this was gonna happen. He might not have known he would be seeing their asses, but he knew this was gonna happen. So funny. So funny. Like, I just can't. I loved his acting. I loved the character. Overall amazing show. I could honestly do like a 1 hour long review, but I just wanted to do the main points. I loved how everything tied together at the end of it. Once again, Kate Siegel is daddy. Anyway, but I really did love the show. And whoever played young Roderick, who the fuck is young Roderick? Oh my god. And Napoleon's boyfriend. Also daddy, but he wouldn't be daddy for me, obviously. Anyway, and young and old Madeline, not gonna lie. Let me stop. But I really did love the show. It was so good. It was so intricate. I loved how everything was like tying together. I love all of the plot twists. I loved it. I barely didn't even touch on this, but Otho, the little henchman, he was amazing. He's a ride or die. He's like, if you're down, I'm down. We're on the floor. Let's go. I loved him. I loved that he didn't take the deal. The show was incredible. Hi, babes. Hi, guys. Okay, so while I was like doing this video, funny enough, I hadn't really remembered. I was like, do I still have the book or do I not have the book? I still have my book. Okay, so I'm totally going to show you guys really quick. But as I was watching the movie, look at me, a 10-hour movie, 11, 13-hour movie, because all the episodes are an hour. So as I was watching the Netflix special, I was literally, the Fall of the House of Usher, I was like, wait, some of these, like, I had no idea before I watched the series that it was an Edgar Allan Poe thing. I had no fucking clue. I literally have done 2 projects on Edgar Allan Poe in my life. And it didn't register to me at all. I was like, oh, fucking Flanagan, he's killing it. I literally didn't fucking register to me. But I have the book. I have to show you guys some of the book. It's such a good book. I did a fucking book review on this. I don't even know if that video is still up. But I did a book review on this. I did 2 projects on Edgar Allan Poe. And I'm just like, look at you. Look at you, little dodo bird. Okay, so I'm totally gonna show. Why am I always in this shirt? I've had this shirt for years. It's good for the climate that I wear the same clothes, though. So I'm gonna show you guys this. Look, watch this. Okay. Romeo! Why are you licking the floor? Okay. He's like, don't call me out, bitch. Okay, so the flash is on. Oh my god, look at the monkey! Okay. In the show. Let me turn the flash off. I'm so dumb. Okay. In the show. 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 How did I not know? Stop! What is wrong with me? How did I not know? Why am I so loud? Look at the illustration. Look at her. She is everything, and I woke up super intense this morning. No, I don't know why I keep doing that. I can't believe I didn't know. So while I was watching the show, even with reading the titles, I don't think it occurred to me until I was doing this video, because I thought it did, but then I was like, Tay, it fucking did not. It fucking did not. Guys. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Ew, why was I that close? Like, it was like all back here, and then the camera flips, and I'm like, hey guys. No, stop. Please stop. I'm so hyper right now. I made like potato soup, you guys will see, and it's like turned out so good. What's up with my hair? Oh yeah, I trimmed it. I told you guys I wouldn't, and it wasn't even like a trim. It was like a little cut. I need to just grow it out. I need to grow it back down to my boobs. But I had the book. I had the clues. Blue had the clues and still couldn't solve it. It'd be like if I was in Scooby-Doo and I had a picture of the criminal. Like, I had all my clues. I had a picture of the criminal. I knew. And then Freddy takes the mask off. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, oh, I knew. But I didn't know. I was watching this. I was like, damn, this is Mike Flanagan. This is so creative. I hate myself. I really hate myself for that. I really, like, my brain's always there and absent at the same fucking time. Just like my ex. I knew, but I didn't know. No, let me stop. But guys, it's at Barnes & Noble. Obviously, it's where I got this book. It's so good. I can't believe I didn't know. Okay. Now I'm gonna go, because I gotta finish editing this video. But I love you guys. Oh, I'm watching a scary movie. Maybe that's why my heart's racing so fast right now. I'm watching a scary movie. But anyway, I love you guys so much. Bye, babes.